Hi, welcome. This is day 5 of 12 minutes, 12 days to a more empowered you for greater confidence and clarity and success in life. So welcome, I'm Caroline Gavin, Caroline from For Positive Growth, and I'm delighted to be here today, which is day 5, as I said. We've done a live every day, 12 minutes each day for the last 4 days, and today is all about reality. Reality is what you make it. So lots to think about here, and whenever I think about this, and I do this session, actually something similar on the Men's Sauna program that I run, and I always think about that image where Morpheus sort of asks, what is reality in the film The Matrix? Because it's an interesting question, isn't it? What is reality? Well, today I'm going to talk about how reality is very much what you make it. The words and thoughts that you attribute to what you perceive to be reality defines what it is for you. So, let's think for a moment. So one of my most famous quotes, not my quote, sorry. That's what happens when you're live, things just go crazy. One of my favourite quotes is, life is 10% what's happening to you and 90% how you react to it. So I'm going to repeat that. Life is 10% what's happening to you and 90% how you react to it. Now that might seem strange because I certainly sometimes feel that life feels like it's 90% happening to us and sometimes more than 100%. This has been an interesting year, hasn't it? And it continues to be. And there's so much change around us that can be quite overwhelming because, as I've said before, we're quite resistant to change. We're naturally resistant to change, and I'll cover that later, and I cover it in the Men's Sauna program. But thinking about that for a minute, that it actually is the other way around, that life is only 10% what's happening to us and 90% how we react to it. So how we react to something really defines all the emotions that come thereafter and the feelings about that event. So if the words that we use about something is, gosh, this is really scary, I'm really frightened by this, therefore the event becomes that thing. So let me give you a really live, literally, example. So when I thought about doing these live events, I sat down and I thought, wow, this is something new for me. This is a new challenge and something new often because we're thinking forward to something we haven't done yet. We've never done it if it's completely new to us. We can choose in that moment how we're going to perceive it. So initially, if I'm really honest, I thought, that's a bit scary. I'm going to go live for 12 minutes. Speaking for 12 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but I can tell you it does actually feel like a long time when you're here. So I can either approach this by thinking this is scary, or I can think, do you know what, this is exciting, because this is an opportunity to share with people some of the things I know and I've learned and I've experienced that have made a difference for me. And that suddenly shifts it. So by thinking, actually, I'm really excited about doing this. I'm doing it for a good reason, and people can choose to engage with that or not. Suddenly shifts the whole perception and the actual reality around that event for you. So suddenly this changes from being something I'm looking forward to, feeling scared about, apprehensive, anxious, not confident about, to suddenly something that I'm more confident to take part in. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm happier in myself. I'm calmer. So if you think about how you can apply that in any part of your life, so the words and the thoughts that you use to identify with what is happening to you. For example, you can get up in the morning and you can look out the window and you can say, oh, this is going to be a terrible day. It's already raining, it's dark out there, it's going to be an awful day. I bet loads of rubbish stuff's going to come up through today and it's going to be a real challenge. I'm not going to enjoy it. What are the odds that that day is actually now going to be quite a challenging day? You're already in a negative mindset as you walk forward into the reality of that day. Instead, if you wake up and go, oh, it's raining, I'm going to get a chance to try out that umbrella that I haven't tried out that a friend gave me for Christmas. That'll be nice. And oh, actually the plants are going to get watered today. And I'll be able to take a coffee indoors looking out at the world and enjoy that quiet time, or that time maybe chatting to someone in a break that I've got in the day. So I'm just giving you an example of how in a moment you shape your reality for yourself with the words and the thoughts. So coming back to what I said, if I approach something and say, I'm really worried about this, I'm scared about it. For example, another good example is if you've got to do a talk at work, or you've got to get on to Zoom yourself for a meeting and you think, oh, I'm really worried about this meeting. I don't like Zoom. I'm not going to do well. I'm not confident about this. Those are all the emotions you've created for yourself. Those are the feelings and the reality that you've just created for yourself. So shift those words to more positive words, more confident words, and that is what your reality will be. So that brings me nicely to just saying something else that relates to so much in life, which is you always have a choice. So again, as I said earlier, when sometimes it can feel like life is coming at you and it isn't that 10% happening to you, 90% how you react, it can feel like it's the other way round. Remind yourself you always have a choice in life in how you react to something. So there's quite a famous there's a book about the Holocaust and how about some of the people that unfortunately went through all of that and how terrible that was, and the things they saw and the things they lost and everything that was taken away from them. And we can look at that and perceive, wow, they had no choice in anything that happened. Viktor Frankl wrote, you can take everything away from someone, but you can't take away how someone chooses to think about what's happening to them and what is life to them. So you can take everything away, but you always have a choice in how you react to life and the world around you. Now, you may be listening to me and thinking, oh, that's easy to say, it's just not that easy. Yeah, I think it's true. It does sometimes take time to develop new behaviours and new ways of thinking, but again, it is entirely possible. So everything is a choice, and we have a choice in how we react to life and how we perceive our reality, and also how we shape our reality for ourselves. So, you ask yourself, what is the reality that you really want to be living? What is the life that you want to create for yourself? And how can you shape that for yourself through your own thoughts and words? Because your own thoughts and words 100% impact your own feelings and then your behaviours and your choices. And it's a cycle very much that those things impact each other all of the time. So I think that's just about it from me today. There is so much to explore with reality and shaping your own reality. And you know, we cover it in a lot more detail on the Mensana program, and I come back to the different topics through each session, which is normally each week. You know, we come back to it and we share it. We think a lot more about the questions you might ask yourself to help yourself move towards the reality that you want for yourself. So if you want to join me, I would be delighted. Just let me know, just drop me a message. And if you've got any questions on reality or anything you want to share, do share it on Facebook, because it's not just for you and me, but for everybody who's engaging in this. We can share from each other's experiences and learnings. So do share, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.